Turning now to the growing concerns about anti-police sentiment spreading across the country. This after a body cam video was shared of a teacher in Los Angeles berating an officer during a traffic stop. Listen.
And so you're giving me a cell phone ticket? Is that why you're harassing me?
Not harassment. I am enforcing the law.
I have a right to record the police when they're harassing me.
By all means, but you can't do it while you're driving.
I wasn't texting or none of that.
Do you have that
you
picture?
Scared me and made me think you were going to murder me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Well, that's not just a feeling, you're a murderer.
Okay.
Here to react to this disturbing trend we're seeing, Frank Siller, CEO of the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Frank, thanks so much for coming on National Report this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's videos like these that we've seen, unfortunately, shared across social media, this sort of lack of respect for law enforcement. What do you make of these viral videos?
Well, it's very sad because these are the very people that we should honor, our police officers, our first responders, our military. These are the people that give us this great country, the greatest country that's ever existed. And when you see people react like this, it's disturbing. Look, we just buried a New York City police officer, Anastasio Sakos, yesterday. He was run over by a drunken driver who earlier that evening was spewing hatred towards police officers. And look, the police officers have a target on their back. There's hundreds, over 100 a year die in the line of duty. Many of them, too many of them for sure, are shot and killed. And, there's families involved in here. There's, what we do at the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, we're going to pay off Anastasio Sakos's mortgage, so the family could stay in the house. But, people got to realize that they have families. These are good people. They're willing to serve. They're willing to die for you and I. We should make a contract with our first responders and most certainly our police officers that when they leave the house, they give their kids a kiss goodbye and they don't come home. We're going to take care of them. As Americans, we should take care of them. And it's no way to treat them the way that a lot of people are treating them, but not Tunnel to Towers. We're asking people join us on our mission. Go to t2t.org and join us to make sure that we could take care of all these families that are left behind. Because there's more, I'm sad to say.
Of course. We shared that GoFundMe as well for Officer Sakos. Tell me, though, Frank, your response to sort of the lack of media coverage when it comes to stories like these. Again, those police officers who were killed in the line of duty. And then also, this body cam footage, it got some attention nationwide, but it's not constant coverage of these incidents. Your thoughts on sort of this blackout surrounding it in the media?
I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's not the America I grew up in. I was taught by my parents to respect authority, and police are the authority. Police, firefighters, all those who serve our communities. And if you are pulled over, you respond to them in a courteous way. They're just doing their jobs. No, it's sad to see the state that we're in, those who do not take care of our police officers, those who do not respect them. You know what? We should kiss the ground they walk on. We should kiss the ground because they give us the lives that we have. It's disturbing. It's a trend that has to be turned and flipped the other way. After 9/11, I remember how the country came together. That's when I lost my youngest brother. He was a firefighter who died on September 11, 2001. And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation was born from the sacrifice that he made that day when he ran through the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel to the towers with 60 pounds of gear on his back. We should do the same with police officers. I remember how firefighters were held in such esteem and still are. We should do that with police officers. That's what America should be doing. And I believe we're going to get back there one day when this soon. I pray that it's soon, but it can't be soon enough for sure.
Yeah, so many people want that return to normalcy as well. But talk to me, though, about what you believe the future of the NYPD will look like maybe in the more soon future here. We've seen record retirements as well. We've still seen an increase in crime, and we know that there has been this anti-police sentiment. What do you think the NYPD could look like in the coming years?
When somebody's called to serve, they don't take the politics into consideration. And becoming a police officer, and most certainly in New York and some other cities, which is very difficult to do, there's a calling, and they serve no matter what the conditions. They don't ask what people's nationalities are, what their race is, what their creed is. They just go and they serve. So I do believe that the police department, albeit a lot of people are retiring now because they've lived with it for 20 years, and it's they're going to retire because it is a sad state. But we're going to have other great heroes that come on board. It's the greatest police department in the world, as is the greatest fire department in the world, both NYPD and FDNY. So I don't think we'll have a lack for people to serve. But it is tough conditions. These are even, think of it, if this is your son or your father or your parent, your husband, that go to serve under these conditions, it's very difficult. So even more the reason to kiss the ground that they walk on and praise them and honor them in the correct way. But I think America is going to come back. I pray to God New York comes back, and we respect in all our communities, respect them. And I know most people do. It's the one with the loudest voices, the ones that cause most of the problems.
Yeah, that's Frank Siller. We appreciate the optimism here on Newsmax this morning. Frank, thank you so much. Take care.
You're welcome. Please go to t2t.org to help us on our mission and join us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.